What's going on, guys? Welcome back to LOI Fan TV. I hope you're all keeping very, very well indeed. I'm joined once again by Luke to look ahead to the next round of LOI fixtures in the Premier Division. Obviously, we have a game on Thursday evening this week, and then we have the rest of the fixtures on the Friday. A couple of massive, massive games to look forward to, including Luke's team, Shamrock Rovers, facing off against my own Shells in a massive title crunch at Tallaght Stadium. But, Luke, first of all, how are you, man? All good?
Oh, good. Yeah, no, game week 19 of the week, the league is flying in. So, yeah, it's starting to get interest up the top for sure. So, big game.
So we will jump straight into things here on Thursday night. We travel down to the RSC as Waterford face off against Drogheda. Waterford coming off the back of a 1-0 defeat away at Talca Park last Friday. And Drogheda, on the other hand, they did a loss, a game we did not see coming. We kind of predicted a low scoring game. It was actually Drogheda 2, Galway 3. Really, I don't think anyone would have expected that one on last Friday. But tough game to call here. Both team sides look to bounce back with a win.
Yeah, Jesus, like that Galway draw the game, like just as when you think another nil-nil was coming, a five
Yeah.
goal thriller came
I,
out
I
and
I thought I was being like very, very kind of like enthusiastic at picking a 1-1. Like I thought I was being real, like, but yeah, she's 3-2. No one saw that.
we were due one to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't feel very sorry for Drogheda watching it back. Like they were 2-1 up, 9 minutes, and they had a chance to make a 3-1 and just skims the post. And before you know it, Galway go up the other end and smash and grab. So yeah,
Mental.
Drogheda feel very hard done by. I actually saw a report on Twitter. I think it was James Rogers made the point. He was like 5 minutes ago, Dundalk were on 10 points and Drogheda were on 18 points, and now there's only 3 points between them. So like
Mad.
this is the
That's
relegation
mad,
battle.
isn't it?
This is
Like,
the sums up the league.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but yeah, no,
crazy.
this game is going to be interesting. Now, obviously, Waterford against yourselves, 1-0 loss. I kind of do fancy Waterford though, like you know yourself, like they've been in a rich run of form recently. So I'm going to lean towards, let's say 2-1 Waterford.
Doing Waterford. Yeah, yeah, fair. Yeah, Waterford seems to be kind of sorry, Drogheda even. It seems to be kind of the same old story of like an unlucky get every week they seem to have a unlucky story or something. Like it feels like they can't catch a break at the moment, and I don't know if they're due on it. I think this will be a tough game. Waterford be looking to bounce back after that disappointing result in Talca, where they were kind of deservedly beat as well. Chelsea played very well, dropped Waterford a little bit off the pace, so you'd imagine they will bounce back. Yeah, I think I'm happy to agree with you on a win for Drogheda here. I'll go for sorry, a win for Waterford. Excuse me. Waterford. I'll go 3-1 home win there. I think they should have enough to see them through. Next up, a massive, massive game at Dalymount Park. Bohemians playing host to St. Patrick's Athletic. Now, Bohemians obviously off the back of a fantastic 3-0 win away against Sligo last week, which we didn't. I think I predicted both to win, but it was obviously narrow, and I think you might have gone draw or Sligo. It was kind of one of those games where you didn't really see a kind of a 3-0 coming. Bit of a shock. Whereas St. Pat's come into this definitely with a point to prove. Kenny had a bit of a bad weekend to come into the job. Two tough games in his defence. Derry City and Shelbourne, two defeats from two so far, so he'll be looking to put that right. What do you make of this one?
Yeah, it's just the league that keeps on giving. Like, who would have saw 3-0? I was watching the highlights back, and yeah, Bows are a bit smash and grab. Like, Sligo had their chances too, but Bows just kind of took theirs and yeah, convincing winners in the end. And obviously, I think the whole league has been watching Stephen Kenny's reign unfold the Pats. It's been interesting to say the least. Obviously, two losses. It's not ideal. I feel like we're not going to see Stephen Kenny's true team until we get the transfer window or two in, 5.5
Yeah,
year contract. Like you know
it's a
yourself,
project. Like,
it's a project for sure.
mm.
So yeah, do I think Pat will win this game? No. But at the same time, I feel like he's due a result. You know, he's off the back of two kind of tight games against first and second. So yeah, I'm probably gonna lean towards a score draw here. I'm gonna go 1-0.
1-1. Yeah, fair. Fair. Yeah, it's those are just you don't know what you're gonna get week to week with them. It's insane, insane club at the moment. And Pats on the other hand, I think they'll feel hard done by. Obviously, very disappointed to lose that late goal to Shells, and I think that could be nearly a turning point in a good way for them. I think Kenny will have learned a lot from those two games, and there is still things to figure out there. Like I was chatting earlier in the week about kind of Mulroney and Levy and Kavanagh, and none of them look like they know where they want to play or what's the best position for them. All very kind of similar profile of player, so it's a bit of a figuring out job at the moment for Kenny in terms of that. But I think Pats could have enough quality to turn Bows over here. I'm gonna back them to win 2-1, just about. I just think we'll see a reaction after the disappointing game against Shells, and yeah, I think Pats will react with a with 3 points and come away from Bohemians very happy when Kenny off the mark with 3 points. Next up then Derry City at home to Sligo Rovers. Derry, obviously you were at the game on Monday night. They lost to Shamrock Rovers. Um, so obviously it's a disappointing one for them. They'd previously beaten Pats last Friday away from home, which was a really solid result, to be fair. So disappointed for them to kind of back that up with the defeat on Monday night. And then Sligo Rovers, on the other hand, obviously, as we discussed there, 3-0 defeat to Bows. So this looks like kind of a home win, really.
Yeah, like Derry are really poor against us. Like I know we only won the game 1-0, but like I would love to see the XG. We missed a penalty. We had
Yeah,
numerous one-on-one chances. Like one was cleared off the line. Another Grain Burke kind of hit the side of the post. Like so, like Derry didn't. I don't think the red shirt shot on target. Like so, I don't know what it
crazy.
is. Derry, they're ahead of us in the league, but like I think I saw a stat on Twitter as well. It was like Derry, their record against the top five is the worst out of everyone else,
Yeah,
but they're really good against the bottom five. So it kind of ties into this result. You fancy them to beat Sligo, and who are really poor against Bow. So I'm gonna lean towards a 2-0 Derry win.
2-0. Yeah, it's very fair. Yeah, you wonder. I think we mentioned the previous that there you do have a few players out injured and stuff, and I think even Colin Whelan to come back, and I think Hogan missed the game last night, didn't he as
Yeah.
well? So like there is a lot of quality in that squad. So I think it's maybe a question mark around Higgins. Should he be getting more out of the team? And like there's so much ability in that side, like McElhenney and Patching and all these lads. So yeah, maybe it's a question mark around Higgins. So it'll be interesting to see kind of how Derry kind of approach that. And I think they obviously will probably stick it out with him till the end of the year. It's not like he's in seventh like Pats or anything. He's still in the title contention picture, but it is concerning if they're not winning the big games. But yeah, I think that yeah, as you said, this is a game you'd see them kind of a routine win. I'll agree with you. 2-0 sounds good to me. Yeah, I'll agree. Derry City to win that one. Galway United up next. They host Dundalk, and as you kind of mentioned, Dundalk obviously like it looked like they were dead and buried, and then they go out and pull out a 1-0 win over Shamrock Rovers last Friday. Crazy result.
Yeah, just as I was saying that Derry have the worst record against the top five, we have the worst record in the top five against the bottom five. So I don't know what the story is. Like we just I don't put Dundalk or our bogey team, but like it's just there's been nothing
Was
in
it
the games we've
Drew at
played.
home as well, wasn't it?
Drew 1-0 to my home and like we came
Yeah.
from behind into salvage a draw. Like I don't know what it's just I just delete that game from my mind to be honest. Fair play to Dundalk, smash and grab. They're still managerless, aren't they?
Yeah, I think it's your man. What's his name? The fella that's running doing the stuff with Gartland. He was doing it with Gartland for a
Liam
while.
Burns, is it?
Liam Burns, that's it. He's
Yeah,
he's in charge at the
yeah.
moment. I think yeah,
Yeah, so it's
mess
not
though.
ideal. Not ideal. Obviously, Galway. I feel like Ollie Horgan and Johnny Caulfield will be uneased at the thought of a 3-2 win. I don't think they like that sort of stuff at all.
No,
So I
yeah,
can imagine them going back to the basics here, and it'll be probably a bit of a low scoring affair, kind of similar to the Rovers Dundalk game. I think Galway will come out in the winning sides and go 1-0 Galway.
yeah. I think you could be right. Um, yeah. Did you watch the game with Dundalk? Like, did they was it on the balance of play? Was it kind of fair? Did
It
they
was
did they
yeah.
do enough, or was it just Rovers are poor?
It's just a messy game. Like we didn't have much at all going for it, and we were a bit very lackadaisical. And Dundalk kind of carving out chances but couldn't really put in the net, and they eventually did. And it was just one. It
Yeah,
was just a smash and grab. So yeah, it,
it's
it,
hard.
it,
Yeah, yeah,
it, it was a bit of them being good and us being bad, but yeah, they got the win.
yeah,
So
yeah. I can't see them. Going to Galway and getting a result. To be honest, yeah, I don't see it happen. I don't think they have to have that kind of result in them. I think Galway, as you said, it's a great point. I think yeah, Caulfield and Horgan will going to be having words about them. Conceding 2 goals last week, obviously came out with the win in the end anyway. But yeah, I fancy Galway. I'll go 2-0. I think they'll keep the clean sheet and nick a couple of goals. Maybe one is a better the safer shout, but I'll go for two to mix it up a little bit. Um. Yeah, I could just see them being too strong offensively and having enough going forward to win that one. Finally, then the small matter of the game in the Tallaght Stadium. Of course, it is Shamrock Rovers against Shelburne. And this one, it doesn't get much tastier than this, does it? I think it's just lined up perfectly. Rovers off the back of the win against Derry City on Monday night, and Shells obviously with the last gasp winner in Chicor as well. Um, yeah, take me away. What are your thoughts coming into this? How are you feeling?
first and foremost, like there's no comparison in my opinion between Shelburne and Derry. Like I think Shells are our biggest threat to the title. Like we played Derry
Yeah,
twice now, and both times we've kind of dealt with them easily enough. Well, sorry, three times the draw at the start of the year, but like we threw that away. Um, all the games against you have been nail biting affairs. Yeah, it's an interesting one. We'll see what happens. Like, I was at the game on Monday, and I was just looking, and that was the first time we had wing backs and the number 10s. Like we had Ferrugia, Clark, Burke, and Byrne on, and then McAneff came on, and it was actually the
Yeah,
first time I was like, you know what, this is actually the team that like our best 11's nearly is coming together now
coming. Yeah,
after months.
yeah.
So it was kind of nice to get that against Derry, get that bit of momentum going, and yeah, it'd be interesting to see what your game plan is come to Tala.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think is it going to take McAneff and Burns still a little bit of time to get up and running, or are they nearly there? Do you think?
Well, Burns started against Dundalk, and I think Bradley rested him against Derry because obviously he hasn't played in a year. So I think that was with Friday in mind. So I think Burn will start. McAneff's a tough one. He's had two sub appearances. We'll see depending
Yeah,
on injuries if he's forced in or not. But I think definitely Burn will start on Friday night.
yeah, yeah. Oh, it's an enormous game. I think you kind of nearly forget that we've actually played twice this season already, but both were at Talca Park, so it is kind of advantage Rovers in terms of having the two home games still to play. And this one feels like at a pivotal point of the season. Because if Shells can go there and turn Rovers over, you think, oh, they're really, really in
They could
this
go
now.
all the way.
Whereas even
Yeah,
a point you feel is a great result. But if Rovers can win, it just kind of knocks a peg or two, Shells down a peg or two, and they're hot in the heels. And I think if Rovers come in this, I think the bookies favourite anyway. But yeah, you'd be confident that they should have enough, especially the lads coming back into the squad, that they'll have enough to go on and win it, and having that experience in the camp as well, being there, done it. But yeah, as you say, this isn't a foregone conclusion. I think Shells will cause some problems in the break. A little bit of a concern. Will Jarvis went off in the first half against St. Pat's. But it was one of those things where it's kind of an injury where you're okay, like, you'll be fine, because I think it was like an elbow to the face and I think he needed stitches or something. So it's one of those where he should be
right.
fine come Friday. Um, and obviously Liam Burt won't be available for the game, which is a big blow. So you need Will Jarvis available at all costs, really. So yeah, this is gonna be tough. Liam Burt's a big blow because he's so important to how they play in terms of winning fouls and kind of getting us up the pitch at times as well. He's definitely a huge loss. So that does concern me a touch, but we've got players that can come in and do a job 100%. I'm going to back a draw here, Luke. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw.
Interesting. Yeah, if I was a neutral, I could well see that. I suppose I'm just thinking about as not a neutral. I'm thinking about the game last year in Talla, the 1-0 when Graham Birkin had that moment of magic. It was a tight affair, and we just kind of
Yeah,
nicked that. We were in red hot form at the time, chasing Europe, and we were needing to win the league. And like I said to my friend before the game on Monday, we needed to beat Derry in order to be in title contention, and we did that. And I feel like this is the same as well because like he was
yeah,
6 points ahead of us. And I just like we play this two more times. It's still in our hands. This kind of like if we beat us here, we can kind of afford to be a bit off and then play us again. So I just think it's a must win. I'm going to lean towards a 1-0 Rovers win. I just think with the magical players we have on the pitch, that one of them will produce a moment of magic and will win the game. 1-0.
yeah, yeah, fair. Is Dara Burns available? Was he playing last night? Or is
No,
he,
no, he's
he's
not
out?
back
Is
here.
he? Yeah, I was impressed with him a couple of times he played against Shells this season as well.
Mm.
So, but obviously if your Burks and all coming back in, so
Yeah,
yeah,
Neil Ferrugia got man of the match last night. Like he looked really good.
yeah,
So he's
he's a
back.
quality player. He's a quality
Yeah.
player. Look, if he can stay fit, like he's a player that can. I think he's only 23, 24, still, isn't he, or something. So I think he has the ability to be like a future Irish international. I'm not even saying that lightly. Like he has that much ability. I think it's just his fitness concern is holding him back so much. If he can get a season of just no injuries, I think the sky is the limit for him. I think he's such a talent. So yeah, hopefully he doesn't show too much ability on Friday night, but we shall see. Cracking video, Luke. A couple of cracking games to look forward to this Thursday and Friday, of course. But yeah, if you did enjoy the video, guys, make sure to drop a like on it down below, and please do subscribe. Luke, an absolute pleasure as always, my friend.
Cheers, Ross. Thank you.